there, Olden here. And today we are taking an early look at some of the heroes in Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. Each faction comes with unique abilities and special skills, also the same is going for heroes. So today we'll dive into what they bring to the battlefield. I might say that this is just a first glimpse and this one is not even early access version, so all we will be watching today is a subject to change. But anyway, let's see what I was able to find. Here we can see Maelstrom hero. He is specialized in rivers, and rivers are tier 5 creature for Hive. Rivers growth in your cities increased by 1. Under his command, rivers gain 1 speed, 1 initiative and 20% more HP. Their attack and defense increase by 1 for every 3 hero levels, and enemy rivers lose an equal amount of attack and defense. So basically his main specialization is river, and he just improves his rivers and decreases stats of enemy rivers if you encounter the same guys. This one is Tavi. The summoned fire larva stacks has +4 health, plus 1% more for every 2 hero levels. And summon larva is unique hero ability of Hive faction heroes. Basically, when you have enough focus points, you can put an egg on the battlefield, which will hatch in 1 round and give you larva based on total HP of all your Hive units in the army. And another guy we can see here, Carson, Duke of Rage. His heroic strike deals 40 damage plus 5 mob for every 3 hero levels. As far as I know from all the footage we were able to see till now, every hero in this game will have different hero abilities. First one is, I suppose, the same for all the heroes. It's called Hero Strike. So basically each attack of your units and each defensive action plus certain skills give you amount of so-called focus points. When you have certain amount of these focus points, you can use them for hero-specific abilities or unit-specific abilities. And first of them is Heroic Strike. Basically, if I am correct, this is a direct damage ability which will attack one single entity with some flat damage. And on early levels, I suppose it deals like something like 40 damage. So basically this one improves twice as much this hero level ability. Additionally, reduces the target initiative by 2 until the end of the next round. So when you attack with Hero Strike with this hero, you actually reduce also initiative of the certain unit. This actually could be very beneficial in some cases. Another hero we can see is Xur, something like this, immune to negative effects in battles and on the global map. It sounds actually pretty cool. So a lot of spells just has no effect on him. Creatures in his army take -10 magical damage and -2 magical damage, additionally every 3 hero levels. This guy should be very nice against other spellcasters. And Gru here, his main specialization is Hive Queens. Hive Queens is top tier level of Hive creatures, so this is the best Hive unit. And he increased growth of Hive Queens by 1. Under his command, Hive Queens gain 1 speed, 1 initiative and 20% more HP. It's actually cool. Their attack and defense increase by 1 for every 3 hero levels, and enemy Hive Queens lose equal amount of attack and defense. This guy is pretty interesting. And Harrisas here. Receives 1 level to all primal spells, plus 1 more for every 10 hero levels, and can use it in battle without limits. Enemy hero cannot cast primal spells at all. It sounds pretty interesting. To understand how OP or not this is, we actually need to know more about primal spells in this game. We have no enough information for now, but it could be a really cool skill. Here you can see Kendra hero. Her main specialization is Cavalry. Cavalry growth in your cities increased by 1. Under her command, Cavalry gains speed, initiative and HP. Attack and defense increased by 1 for every 3 hero levels, and enemy cavalry lose an equal amount of attack and defense. So basically, she improves growth of your cavalry and all the stats. Also decreases the stats of cavalry of opposing players. Situationally could be good. Leah, the in Tesseract 1. Receives +1 level to all daylight spells, +1 more for every 10 hero levels, and can use them in battle without limits. Enemy hero cannot cast daylight spells. It could be really interesting depending on how good actually daylight spells are, and we can understand this only when we will know all about this school of magic, but it sounds pretty interesting. Here we can see Vesper. It starts with the Masterful Blessing spell. This version of the spell makes the target always deal maximum damage. While casting the spell, effective spell power increased by 1 for every 3 hero level. Basically he just making all his units, I suppose, or one unit, always deal maximum damage. It could, I suppose, be good. And here we can see Lord Edgar. He increases attack and defense of friendly creatures by 20% of his attack and defense, plus 5% more for every 6 hero levels. Okay, this is flat increase to attack and defense. It's actually could be pretty powerful, especially for high tier, just straightforward upgrade for your creatures. Sounds pretty good. Eos the Exalted. Increase morale of friendly creatures by 1 and gives plus 2% chance per morale point that friendly creature take additional turn. For every 4 levels, this bonus increased by 1%. Okay, this one is straightforward. We will have higher chance of going twice in a turn for every creature. And I suppose it could be increased even more with hero starting skill. And as far as I understand, that starting skill to the right, bottom right corner, it is actually a morale increase. So it's pretty cool, straightforward hero. Bulwark Hero. Creatures in his army take -10 basic attack damage and -1 less for every 2 hero levels. Additionally, for every second hero level, creatures in the army take -1% damage from ranged and long reach attacks. It is pretty interesting. So, just direct tank, which decrease enemy attack. It's actually pretty useful. Netalida. Undead pets growth in your cities increased by 2. Under her command, undead pets gain 1 speed, 1 initiative and 20% HP. Their attack and defense increase by 1 for every 3 hero levels, and enemy undead pets lose an equal amount of attack and defense. Based on what we can see, she has these creatures in her starting army. And this is one of low tier undead creatures, not too OP I think. Here we have Funerella. She has plus 5% necromancy power, plus 1% more for every 4 hero levels. As far as I can understand, necromancy will be required for summoning skeletons after the fights. So actually it's pretty straightforward but pretty powerful skill. I like it. Zem. Produce 1 mercury per day plus 1 more for every 5 hero levels. Increase the amount of mercury found on the map by 100% chance. Okay, it's just direct supporting hero, which provides only passive income. Here we can see Sister Daira. Starts with the Masterful Arena's Chosen spell. This version of the spell gives one target 1 action point. While casting the spell, effectiveness spell power increased by 1 for every 3 hero levels. Gives target plus 1 action point sounds actually pretty powerful. Basically second turn, as far as I understand. I like this one. Here we see Olvari. Keeps her army when fleeing from battle with neutral squads. Plus 5% persuasion power when using diplomacy, plus 1% more for every 4 hero level. Okay, this is straightforward. So basically she can retreat from neutral fights without losing anything. And she has much higher chance to actually gain neutral squads to her army. Typhona here. Hydros growth in your cities increased by 1. Under her command, Hydros gain 1 speed, 1 initiative, 20% HP. The attack and defense increase by 1 for every 3 hero levels, and enemy Hydros lose an equal amount of attack and defense. And thank you all for watching. Hope to see you next time. Good luck, guys!